And welcome back. When we last left off, I was in this same spot because I'm recording the next video right after the first one I just did. Uh, Before I continue and head on into the house that I know is the mayor, I wanted to show the map. So, when we had learned about the challenge we're undergoing right now of trying to detect what these monsters are, why they're doing it, and how they're doing it, we were told the locations they hit. First, they went to Armorica Village. Then 2 weeks later, they went from Armorica Village, which is where we are right now, that blue flashing thing, all the way down past Crossbell City to St. Ursula Medical College down at the bottom left of the screen, kind of. And that was a week later, roughly. Then I think 4 days after that, it was like 4 or 5, they went from St. Ursula Medical College to Mines Mining Village, which is at the top left. I I know they're monsters, in at least that we know of right now. But for what purpose would these things be like the same monsters? Like, assuming it is monsters, right? Why would they go this far? Like, assuming they start at Armorica, because that's the place they were closest to, why would they go on the other side? Like, because you can't go through Crossbell City. They wouldn't be able to make it. And the lake and the river right here would stop them. So then they'd either have to go through the mountains to come out on this side, or go on this side, go like down Armorica Road to East Crossville Highway, and then into the unlisted section there that leads down that heads to Michelin Resort, and all that blue stuff you see there is swamp. So they'd have to head through the swamp there, and then once again they're kind of screwed from the little river outlet from the lake. So it's like, how would they have made it there on their own without being detected, no less? But I guess after all, that's what we're being here to search for. So let's head on in. It is a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for your continued support. Yes, and same to you. Though, are you sure that price is okay on your end? It's 20% more than what the other merchants paid. Well, you can just take that as a sign of how highly prized this village specialty is. I assure you, I'll be making plenty of profit. There's no need to worry about me. I'm glad to hear it. Always a pleasure to work with you. And feel free to bring your wife and son here with you next time you visit. Your whole family is welcome in Armorica any time. I think I'll do just that. Take care, Chief Tolta. I'm sure I'll be back soon. Yes, until next time. Oh, and take him up on that offer he does. Oh, pardon me. He must be special. He has a portrait. That man just now. He seemed to be a merchant. In any event, seems like we found the chief's house. And who might you all be? Pardon the intrusion. Are you the chief of this village, perhaps? Indeed I am. My name is Tolta. Are you folks tourists? No, sir. We're here to investigate the recent monster attack on the village. Oh, yes, the whole issue. The folks over at the Guardian Force have stopped by a few times already. Unfortunately, they couldn't find any conclusive leads. However, I'm full of confidence now that all of you are on the job. His sudden optimism is familiar. Yep, same misunderstanding as usual. I'm past the point where it surprises me anymore. Sorry, sir, I should have been more clear. About what? Despite what you may be thinking, we aren't from the Bracer Guild. We're from the Crossville Police Department Special Support Section. I see. Looking at you, I'd never guessed you were the police department. I apologize for the misunderstanding. The police rarely visit Armorica Village, so I can't say I was expecting this. On the other hand, we've seen a number of bracers coming through our gates, following Arios' example. Ah, you don't say. Man, how can that guy be so busy 24/7 and still have the time to pop in to check up on everyone? Anyway, Chief Tolta, as we explained, we came here as part of our investigation into the monster attacks. If you don't mind, can we have you give us the details? Of course. Let me think. Happened about 3 weeks ago, on the night of a new moon. A pack of monsters snuck into our village, laying waste to any crops they could find. Fruit, wheat, even our livestock was hit. Every household in the village was affected by it to some degree. And there were no eyewitnesses, correct? Yes. Unlike the rowdy folk in the city, people here tend to sleep earlier. After all, we need to be up when the roosters for our farm work, so by the time of night, most of us are already fast asleep. It was when we woke up the next morning that we found the paw prints and damage the monsters had left in their wake. I see. Is that how you're able to identify them as wolf-like monsters? That's right. The paw prints they left were unmistakable. Fortunately, the CGF just so happened to be patrolling by the village later that day. Once we informed them about the attack, they conducted a search of the perimeter just to be safe. Yet they didn't find a single trace of the monsters, just as it's written in the CGF's report. Indeed so. It's now been 3 weeks since then, and we haven't had another attack since. To be honest, I thought this was a one-time issue. I'm sorry to hear that other locations have been attacked as well. So are we. We were noticing on the way in, the whole village is peaceful for a place that got raided by monsters not too long ago. Were your losses pretty heavy? No, it isn't as bad as you think. While it's true that nearly every household was affected, the damage to each of them was relatively light. Really? I thought it was much worse. This is merely a rough estimate, but I'd wager the total loss is around 100,000 mira. Yo, that's a lot to someone who's got 8. Still, loss is a loss. It was a stressful time for the village. Thankfully, we were able to strike a business deal that'll help us recover. I'm happy to say that we've finally been able to break even from our losses now. A business deal? Was it with the guest that just left? That's right. He's a trader from the city. Over the past few years, we maintained a healthy business relationship. After hearing about the damages, he increased his offers by a wide margin, bless his soul. You don't see that kind of generosity too often, people. He sounds like a kind man. Trader, huh? That explains his fancy getup. Threads like that don't come cheap. Yes, well, considering the shape Crosswell's in, these damages are the least of our worries. Chief Tolta? Sorry, could you explain? Oops, looks like I got caught up in the moment. My apologies, don't worry about all that nonsense. Alright now, Chief, you can't leave us hanging like that. Drop a juicy tidbit like that in front of us, and of course we're gonna want to know more. Agreed. I do not appreciate being left in the dark. I suppose I understand what you mean. The ramblings of an old man may not be that interesting to young people like yourselves, but if you're still curious, I can explain. Yes, sir. Please tell us everything you have to know. At this point, any information at all might be able to help our investigation. Well, if you insist. Have you ever heard of the Divine Wolves? Divine Wolves? As in, wolves with divine power? I do not believe such a term exists in the database. Just as I thought. This legend must be long lost in the city. A shame, really. Sorry, but what exactly is a divine wolf? I don't think I've ever heard the term before. The divine wolves are an ancient species of beast that once resided in Crossbell. Stories describe them as wolves with fur as white as snow. You don't mean... Could these divine wolves be the culprits behind Armorica's village's damages? There's no evidence for it, of course, but personally, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. You see, the old legends mention that these divine wolves are not ordinary creatures, but holy beasts sent by God herself. I'll say Adios from now on, I keep auto-saying God. Long ago, this land of Crossbow was a place rife with conflict and drenched with blood. As the divine wolves watched the foolishness of man play out before them, they would occasionally help the weak or injured. At least, that's how the legend goes. I can't believe I've never heard of this before. Something about this sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I read a fairy tale about a white wolf when I was a little kid. If I remember right, they had a book like that in the library. It's the White Wolf book that we read earlier. Yes, I have no doubt the legend of the divine wolves serves the basis for that particular fairy tale. As I'm sure you're all aware, Crossfell has undergone drastic changes in the past few decades. Once it became the center of trade in Zemuria, being influenced by both the Empire and Republic, Crossfell began to forget its own past. And with that, the divine wolves slowly vanished. Sounds like they just got fed up with our bullcrap. Can't say I blame them. Those are my thoughts exactly. But it's hard to say for certain what the Divine Wolves' true intentions are. If they have returned after all this time, I can only imagine it would be to warn us of things to come. Why would you think that? Maybe out of my place to say, but I feel that Crossbell City has been developing too rapidly and too aggressively. Last time I took a bus down to visit, all those changes left my jaw on the floor. It's as if people are so caught up living in the moment, they no longer have the time to remember the past. That's how I see it anyway. I don't know what to say. Oh dear, I wasn't intending to lambast you poor kids with a sermon. I just think it's possible this attack might have been a warning from the returning divine wolves. It's just one way of interpreting things, I suppose. By the way, this song is, The Way of the Tree Spirit. But it looks to me like you all took that story a bit too seriously. Please ignore me. These were nothing more than the ramblings of an old man who doesn't know when to stop talking. Oh, no sir, not at all. That was very valuable information. I think we may even be able to tackle this case from a new angle now. I guess it was worth it then. Well, back to the subject at hand. You came here to conduct an investigation, right? Is there anything else I can do to assist you? Yes, actually. May we have your permission to ask the villagers about the incident? As long as it's you four, that shouldn't be a problem. It's about noon, too. Perfect. Most people should be getting back from their farm work right about this time. Alright, now our new goal is to talk to, and I'm not joking when I say this, everyone. Also, something that he mentioned, there's a few things he mentioned that they, as someone with foresight on what's coming, yeah. Because he spoke about how Crossbell's development has been so rapid and aggressive that it's, now he spoke of it from it's almost alienating. Like if you go back there after not being there for just a little bit of time, it's so different. And it seems like it's just trying to move forward and not care about what happened before. Which, he's correct. From how everyone describes how Crossbell looked before, it is a drastically different city. But in the sense of just it's developing fast and aggressively, that's not wrong either. We've seen that, yes, from the non-aggression pact, the fighting in Crossbell has sort of stopped, but it's only gone deeper below the surface than it already was. But what's to say that's the only hand at play here? If everyone's having fun at poker night, who's to say Ereboni and Calvert are the only players? Why not say that the dealer's in on it? Food for thought. The other point he mentioned, the Divine Wolves. I didn't know if I wanted to say this now, but if you did take my advice to go look into the old games before watching me play this, or you just happen to know of them but not this one, in this world, like, there is provable evidence that the main religion that is followed is true. And I mean, like, levels of, if, like, a real life analog would be like, people find the Ark of the Covenant somewhere in our real world, and yes, if you touch it, you insta-die. That would be like levels of, oh, this is proof, 100% levels of proof. That's kind of what's going on in this game's world. There is provable evidence of the goddess Adios and a bunch of the other stuff from the church. And given that's the case, a divine wolf that is sent by Adios isn't that far-fetched. He used the name Holy Beast specifically. Up to this point in the series, I believe only one of them was known, and it is from Liberl, and it is a freaking dragon. God sent down a dragon to watch people and help them. Which is just crazy that Liberl's got a dragon. But I believe everywhere, like every country kind of has their own holy beast to some extent. Some, depending on the size of the country, could have multiple because, you know, if it's a country that's super duper big, like Erebonia, given its history, would be likely to have multiple. But let's keep that in mind. Maybe it is the holy beasts, and either they're the culprits and they're trying to warn without outright saying something, or maybe they're the culprits and they're trying to punish humanity, or maybe they're not involved at all. He did say he's just rambling like an old man. Divine wolves, eh? Who knew we'd be adding some legendary beasties to our list of suspects? Right? Unfortunately, we can't confirm or deny their existence at the moment, but it's something to keep in mind as we continue our investigation. What a very Lloyd things to say. At the very least, the paw prints found at the scene of the crime confirm the presence of some kind of wolf-like beasts, but they somehow managed to vanish without a trace. Does not make sense. If they left paw prints, you would normally be able to follow them back to their origin. Right, chalk that up as another mystery. We're dealing with something that was able to elude the CGF's investigators. Well, we all know they might have just slunk off through some secret path in the woods. So no use straining your brain over it till we get more details, you know? Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's start gathering whatever intel we can around here. And considering it's already noon, we might as well grab lunch while we're here too. I can't wait. The hike really stirred up my appetite. Same here. I'm always down for some grub. Why don't we head over to the inn and see what info we can find on the way? That's another thing that's important to remember. While paw prints were found, it was stated both in the report and by Chief Tolta that when the surrounding area was searched, there was no evidence of the wolf-like creatures anywhere. It was just the paw prints found at the scene, and even if you tried to follow them, it seemed like apparently they just disappeared without a trace. So these wolf-like creatures attacked the village, disappeared, leaving and left plenty of paw prints. So it's not like they were covering their tracks entirely. There's tons of them to know they're wolf-like creatures. They managed to escape without being seen somewhere, and then 2 weeks later show up at the hospital all the way on the other side of the state. And then a week after showing up there and disappearing there, they show up in the mining village and attack someone. All the way at the top left, which is up a mountain. Literally, how? But enough yapping. We got more yapping to do with the people of Armorica. First things first. Such a nice day out. Oh, you guys here do a little fishing too? Not exactly. We're officers from the Crosswell Police Department. We're here to investigate the monster attack that took place roughly 3 weeks ago. You don't strike me as Armorican, but if you know anything about it, anything at all, please do tell us. Oh, so that's what you're here for. If memory serves me right, I was trying to catch a python head around then, so I wasn't actually in the village. You can bet your horses I heard the stories afterwards, though. I see. Well, thank you for letting us have a moment of your time. We'll just have to find leads elsewhere. Sorry I can't be more helpful. But man, you'll have to travel all the way out here for police stuff? Not gonna lie, that sounds rough. Oh, that reminds me. You guys happen to fish? A day as beautiful as this comes once in a blue moon. It'd be a shame if you weren't able to kick back and enjoy the sun for a bit. Received novice rod. 10 earthworms and 10 dumplings. Oh, can't forget about this either. Received the fishing notebook. This notebook is an angler's best friend. You can use it to record every detail and every catch, from color to size. Are you sure this is okay? It's like you're giving us an entire starting kit. No worries. I'm part of the Fisherman's Guild. Our whole mission is to promote the culture and magnificence of fishing. It's common practice for us to have a few beginner sets on hand, in case we run into someone interested in fishing. We stopped by their building before. I think I have a better idea of what they do now after meeting this guy. Hey, this is a stroke of luck. Now we've got a nice hobby we can do between jobs or something. Right. Well, one of us, not me, fishes. The rest can take the chance to rest. Rest is a necessity, you know. From what you're saying, I'm guessing you two are still tired from the walk here. Now that I think about it, the last time I fished was when Guy first taught me. Once Guy joined the police, we never had much time to go. But maybe I should try and get back into it. If you're itching to try it out, there's a pretty nice fishing spot in Armorica. The ripples! See that little jetty over there? Cast your line around there and you'll get bites in no time. I appreciate the advice. Thanks for everything. A ripple on the water's surface indicates a prime spot for fishing. After interacting with the fishing spot and selecting the proper rod and bait, Lloyd will cast his line. When the exclamation point parks up, wow, I can't speak. Quickly, you press the button to reel in Lloyd's catch. Be careful, the fish can get away with the bait. Information regarding caught fish is recorded in the notebook, so give it a look. Fishing can only be done by Lloyd. And it's as simple as it said. Sorry, Armorican Carp, but you're about to get schooled. He's got a line like that for every fishing spot. We only have the one rod, and let's use earthworms. We got plenty of them. 2, 3, 4. Now. And it's as simple as that. In later games, they made it a more involved, like, sort of mini game, but in this one, it's just a press X at the right time and you'll be fine. I will be doing the entire fishing notebook. God, I don't want to do it again, but I will for the video. It can be a bit difficult at times, just because, God, there's so many fishing spots. You do get rewards for doing all the fishing, and the rewards you get are incredibly worth it. Like, yeah, I think it's totally fine to do it. Let's see. I think I want to just make sure I'm not missing any fish. There we go. Mountain path, waterfall, estuary, or something. No, not you. You are here, though. Okay. Dumplings are mainly for carp. And there's several types. But the one I'm going for... See if I get it. Yeah, Armorican carp. And depending on the size of the fish, depends on the rewards. Each fish has several rewards they can give you. I believe it's 4 per fish. The bigger the fish, the bigger the reward. And do you remember the cat back at the SSS building? Upon feeding a fish to the cat will reward you with an item, usually a quartz. The quartz that it can give you range from, oh, this is just a pretty regular quartz, maybe one you didn't even really need, to, oh my gosh, Kitty, where the heck did you find this? Can I please have more? I need it for my build yesteryear. One of the best ones you can get gives you elements for everything. Like, what? It's insane, but hopefully I can get the other 2 fish here. There's 2 more fish that you can get right here. And I really don't want to have to sit here forever because I don't have infinite food. Bait can be got from enemies. We had 3 earthworms earlier from the Burga bugs on the East Crossville Highway. And other enemies, as we go on, will drop earthworms. There's a spot I'm going to show off in, I want to say it's Chapter 3? Yeah, I think it's Chapter 3. Where we can get... Oh no, it's Chapter 2. In Chapter 2... Oh, there's one. There will be a spot where we can get infinite earthworms while also getting plenty of levels to practically skip Chapter 2. Okay, just need one more guy here. Yes! Okay, so we check the fishing notebook. It goes in order, so it's very easy to learn which ones you've missed. And it tells you the items you can get from it that you've gotten. So far, the Armorican Carp has 2 results. The Tiger Rockfish has 1 result. The Rock Eater has 1 result. And the Rain Eater also has 1 result. But the Armorica Carp, it can give you tender whitefish, or it can give you wind sepith. Depends on the size range. Just want to double check. Okay, there's another one nearby, but we can't get to it. And we don't have that one. Is that everything? It's looking like it. Yes. Okay. Now, on to continuing the rest of this. First things first. Let's head for the inn and go upstairs. In this first room here, it's that man. Hmm? Aren't you... Oh, it's you. You're a trader from Crosswell City, aren't you? That's right. I suppose Chief Tolta must have told you. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Harold Hayworth. I run a small trading company out of Crosswell City. Did the four of you come here as buyers too? No, actually, we're... The SSS introduced themselves and explained the reason they came to Armorica Village. Oh, you're with the CPD. My apologies for the misunderstanding. The Special Support Section, though. Why does that name sound so familiar? Oh, of course, the Crosswell Times. I take it you read that article on us? Please try not to let that influence your opinion of us. There's no need to be so embarrassed. All I see is a group of individuals who are working hard in a newly formed division of the CPD. Sure, that article may not have been in the most flattering, but to be honest, I thought it genuinely tried to paint your efforts as earnest. You really think so? I suppose it could be interpreted like that, from a more optimistic perspective. Well, maybe knowing the author just made us assume the worst. Anyway, you mentioned wolf-like monsters? I've heard talk of a similar incident that took place over at St. Ursula Medical College. It's worrisome to think this is happening all over. Do you do business with St. Ursula too, Mr. Hayward? Yes, I do. You see, I wholesale medical supplies to them every so often. Rumor has it that someone there was injured during the attack. Also, wasn't there some damage over in that mining town, mines, too? Unfortunately so. The Guardian Force is conducting a search there as we speak. That's reassuring, at least. Perhaps I should go pay mines a visit as well. By the way, Mr. Hayworth, something has me curious. We heard you give the village a generous offer of the goods you came here to buy today. Did Chief Toll to tell you that too? I assure you, it wasn't an act of charity or anything of the sort. Our Armorica specialty items, especially their honey, received glowing reviews these past few months. I simply wanted to use the opportunity to leave a nice impression on the people here. It's just good business after all. Doubt. Pretty shrewd, I'll give you that. I believe I understand now. As they say, trust is the foundation of business. If that's the case, you must be running a smooth operation. Oh no, I still have a lot of things to learn about business. Also, allow me to apologize. I sincerely wish I had more useful information to give you. No, please don't let that bother you. After all, we should be the ones apologizing for taking up all your time like this. Not at all. Best of luck to you all with your investigation. I'm going to say this now, because I don't want you to think the same thing I did the first time I played, where you see this man and you're like, he's too good to be true. He's got to be hiding something. He's got to be hiding something. Well, yes, he is hiding something. This man is not evil. This is actually the husband of the red-headed woman and the father of the red-headed child in the residential district that also have portraits. Uh, and their whole family is so sweet and kind. I don't believe a single word he said about, oh, they're just doing well, so I wanted to come promote relations with them so that it's just good business. No, I think he genuinely did it out of the goodness of his heart, because that's the kind of person he is. We'll see that more as we go on, but don't fall in the trap of I did of thinking like, oh, he's gonna be a twist villain, he's gonna be evil. No, if there's anyone in this game series that is so innocent and not deserving of what happens to them, not in like a death way, but just like a wow, life handed you a really crappy plate, it's this man and his family. Oh my god. Oh, beautifully touching story, by the way. I can't wait to share it with you soon. Next, we're going to go downstairs and talk with you. Your omelet rice is the real deal, Gofon. If I could have a plate of this on my own deathbed, I could die happy. Glad to hear my laboring in the kitchen is well worth the effort. Excuse us, sorry to interrupt. Can I help you? Yes, actually. You see, we're from the Crosswell Police Department. We were curious to know if you had any details regarding the wolf attack. Can you remember anything at all? The incident 3 weeks ago, you mean? From what I recall, everyone had work pretty early the next day, so we were all asleep by that time. It's like the monsters appeared at the perfect time to strike. Talk about an unlucky break. I'm afraid all that's I can really share with you. That's about all I'd be able to share with you, too. Most of the guests I've talked to didn't see anything either. That's unfortunate. And here I was, hoping for some solid evidence right off the bat. Oh, that's how investigations go. Answers only show up when you're patient and steadily gather information. That may be, but do you think we can take a break? My stomach is going to implode. Oh, you folks haven't eaten yet? This is the perfect opportunity to get you four hooked on our in-specialty omelet rice, on the house. Oh no, that's not necessary, sir. Nonsense. Just think of it as my way of welcoming some new friends. Or just think of it as a marketing tactic. Next time you visit Armorica Village, come stop by the Ash Tree Inn for lunch. Can't refuse that generosity, can we? Lloyd, we might as well take him up on his kind offer if that's the case. I second that notion. Well, okay, I guess. We'd love some omelet rice. Good deal. Why don't you folks find yourself an empty table while I whip up your meal? In only a few minutes, 4 steaming plates of omelet rice were brought to Lloyd's table. The SSS, after demolishing the deliciously simple meal, felt completely recovered from their long hike to Armorica Village. Yep, that's a free heal, baby! That's why I didn't want to waste any money. I also am broke, so it's not like I have money to waste. Next up on our list of people to speak with. Oh wait, no, it's back in here. I forgot. Him. Huh? You want information on those wolves? Well, the fields that I'm in charge of were damaged a little bit, so that wasn't great. Bear in mind, no one actually saw the beasts, so they might be smarter than we think. I'm curious, actually. How many of a certain item do I got? Plenty. Let's see. Next is that one? Yeah. Oh, this way. Not too long ago, our fields got torn to shreds by some monsters. Damn things didn't even spare our livestock. We found some paw prints that looked like they were some kind of canine. Whatever it was, I can say it wasn't around from these parts, that's for sure. Maybe they really were those divine wolves the chief was talking about. That's another thing. On the entire way here, we saw no creatures that even could match the description. So whatever it is, it's not native to East Crosswell Highway, at least the section we were on, or Old Armorica Road, meaning it would have had to come from either that offshoot path off of Old Armorica Road that heads to whatever that black thing at the top right is, or non-gameplay wise, something in like the forest or the mountains or like that little area by the river. Next up is the general store, and we're going to talk to the old man. The apiary certainly took a hit in the wolf attack, and by extension so did we. But our losses really weren't as significant as you'd expect. The whole thing sounds so absurd when you actually think about it. I mean, if some monsters were behind it, shouldn't there have been more damage? I guess we were lucky. I'll need to give an extra prayer today to thank ADOS for protecting us like she did. And finally... The morning after the incident, I found my truck covered head to toe in these ugly scratches. God, it drives me up the damn wall every time I think about it. This here truck's crucial to the village's business. Whoever did this has hell to pay. Anyway, these scratch marks definitely came from some kind of canine. After speaking with all the people that I have spoken with, simply enter a building and leave. And that's it. You don't have to talk to everyone. I wasted half an hour here the first time I played. I believe this should conclude our investigation here. I agree. Shame we really didn't learn anything new. Eyewitness testimonies aside, I was positive we find someone who at least heard a wolf howling or something. It is strange. Anyway, I think we've covered just about everything we can here. Next up is St. Ursula Medical College. We'll have to head back to the city first, though. Sounds good to me. Though, I can't say I'm eager to meet the truth all the way back there. Me neither. It is not worth the trouble or pain. You heard the ladies, Lloyd. I'm clear. Let's go check when the next bus stop arrives at the bus. I'm so bad at reading. Let's head to the bus. The next bus comes in 30 minutes. Man, what a pain in the ass wait time. Too long to sit here, too short to go do something else. I was hoping I could grab a drink at the inn, but that won't give me enough time to really enjoy it. You shouldn't be drinking on the job in the first place, Randy. Hmm? Tio? Is something wrong? No, I just thought I heard something in the distance. Huh? I try to maximizing the sensitivity of my sensor in order to amplify the sound. Please be quiet for a moment. Sure thing. I am sorry, everyone. It must have been my imagination. Don't worry about it, Theo. Do you think you could describe the sound to us? Well, though I could not confirm it, I could have sworn I heard howling. Seriously? Do you think it was the monsters we're after? Please, do not get your hopes up. I likely misheard it. It could also have been a simple sensor malfunction. What should we do? Search the surrounding area for signs of wolves? Let me think. Theo, what's the range of your sensors? When operating normally, it should be around 50 Selge. However, at times, certain atmospheric conditions will cause the sound to carry for twice that distance. Damn, that far, eh? Sounds like we won't be able to determine where the sound came from in that case. That's okay. In the meantime, we'll just have to keep our eyes and ears open. All of you really believe I heard something? Huh? You said you heard it, right? Yes, I did say that, but when I'm able to hear things that the average person can't, people typically assume I'm lying or that I have an overactive imagination. Maybe, maybe not. But we all know that you're one in a million, Teotot. What? It's true. Plus, why wouldn't we believe you? Sure, we haven't known each other for long, but you've already saved us more times than I can count. Can't think of a reason to ever doubt you. I apologize, everyone. That question was silly of me to ask. Please forget about it, if possible. Sure. It's not really a big deal. Oh, you're still here? Oh, Mr. Hayworth. Are all of you about to head back to the city? That's right. Are you doing the same, Mr. Hayworth? Indeed I am. Now that I've picked up some souvenirs for my wife and son, I'm ready to return home. Were all of you planning on taking the bus back? How long of a wait until the next one arrives? Unfortunately, it'll be another half hour, according to the schedule. If you're waiting for the bus too, you're welcome to stand around and shoot the breeze with us. We'd be happy for the company. I appreciate the offer, but there should be just enough room for 5. Could I offer you a ride instead? I'd be happy to drive you all back to the city. The man's got a car! We don't gotta walk all the way back or take the bus. We can go in style. This song so rarely gets used. Thank you for the ride back, Mr. Hayworth. My pleasure. I was heading back to the city anyway. Man, you really must be rolling in it to be able to afford your own orbital car. Last I heard, these things are still crazy expensive. I believe a vehicle of this model and manufacture would cost approximately 800,000 mira. 800,000 mira? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, it's an invaluable tool for a trader like myself. I could take the bus, but transit time would end up bottlenecking business. So I decided to bite the bullet and get my own vehicle. I'm sure you had other reasons for buying it, aside from business. For example, I bet it lets you get home to your family earlier, right? You caught me. Ah, so there's the real reason. You even got gifts for him and everything. Is this what people call the ideal husband and father? No, that's giving me far too much credit. I often have to go on business trips, so this is just my way of making up to them for leaving them home alone so often. How old's your son? He turns 5-year-old this year. He's not quite at Sunday school age yet, but he's filled with curiosity. His mother certainly has her hands full with his constant questions and endless curiosity. I see. You all sound like a happy family. Yes, we are. Besides, We have to be happy. Mr. Hayward? Oh, don't mind me, just thinking aloud. Look, we should be close to the end of the old road by now. One more right turn and then we're practically there. A wolf! White wolf. That thing is primarily blue. It's got white paws, the base of the tail is white, the snout area is white. I think I would describe this as a blue and white wolf, not a white wolf. But the game says a white wolf. Okay. But it came from the direction of Armorica, so maybe it was the culprit or one of them. Back in Crossbell City. Thank you again for driving us all the way back to the city, Mr. Hayworth. Oh, it was nothing. It was on the way, so why not travel in good company? Well, best of luck with your investigation. You got my full support. We appreciate it, sir. Best way to show your support would be to call on the SSS for any help you may need. Yep, and if it's possible, let us know before you turn to the guild, yeah? You guys! My word, at least try to be a little subtle about it. What? Someone's gonna do the PR for us, ain't that right, Teotot? Indeed, advertising is considered a crucial aspect for all business models. I've made a mistake, I hope I can rectify it. That's true enough. If I'm ever in any trouble, I'll be sure to go straight to you. Oh, that reminds me, I have something for you that might come in handy. Then again, as police officers, you might find it unnecessary. Crossbell City of the map, yes! A city of the map? Oh my, a map of the city. Just a little something I put together last month to help tourists feel around. God! Tourists around. Feel free to use it if it'll help. This will be really nice to have for patrolling the city. We'll be sure to put this to good use. We really appreciate all your help, Mr. Hayworth. Oh, think nothing of it. I only wish I had something more to offer. Well then, until we meet again, good luck all of you. Please tell me I can rectify my mistake. I hate... Ugh. It's not every day you run into someone as nice as him. I agree. His skill at being an unrelenting people-pleaser seems to rival even yours, Lloyd. Hey. Maybe, but don't forget, the guy is a traitor. I bet it takes more than being nice to run a successful business. Well, Mr. Hayworth and business seem to be prosperous. All while still cooperating with local businesses. Most cross-border traders I know try to make as much money as possible by trading abroad. So I get the impression that traders like Mr. Hayworth are fairly rare. Good point. Never thought of it that way. Well, he runs an honest business. Groups like Ravache are as dirty as they come. That's just how Crossbell is nowadays. Yes, that may be true. But people like Mr. Hayworth show that Crossbell isn't all bad. He gives me hope. Me too, Ellie. Anyway, it's already past noon. How about we head to the next place? Sounds like a good plan. It's at Ursula Medical College, right? I believe we should head to the south exit in that case. Great. There should be a bus stop there that we can use. From what I hear, they've got buses heading to St. Ursula every 30 minutes. Ooh, nice. Works for me. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head on over. Sounds good. St. Ursula. Not how I planned it, but I'm finally going to see Cecile. Please. Crossbell City map can now be opened. While inside the city, press Options to bring up a map of the city. Press it again for a map of the state. If you're in the city, you can use the map to shortcut around the city. Fast travel select an area listed on the side of the screen. Be aware in some situations it won't be available. Yes, we have fast travel to all of the places we've already been to in the city. First thing I am doing. Please, God, let me fix the mistake. Please. No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to redo this. I'm not gonna redo the video, but I will redo the save. I'm so glad I saved before this. There is a missable. Yeah. So, back when we were in Armorica, after the cutscene that happened before we left, before talking to the bus stop to leave, we were supposed to go back into the store to talk to the old man. So, yeah. I guess I'll see you next time. Later.